ceremony. And so, for those who are watching who would be interested in becoming Freemason, all the books you can read, all the conversations you may have, will not fully explain or convey to you what it means to be a Freemason until you physically go through the process. And then it'll it hits you. You'll know what it's about, and you go, "Oh, now I get it." You have an aha moment. That can't be communicated verbally. It can only be felt. And I'll give you this. Of course, I've been speaking about Freemasonry in terms of the brotherhood. Yes, truth be told, there are women who are Freemasons. Now, I'm not talking about the Eastern Star, which is sort of a sister group to Freemasonry. There are women who are Freemasonry. Unfortunately, most of the Masonic orders in the world do not recognize them as being legitimate. But I happen to know a number of women who are Freemasons, and they are terrific. They are terrific. They are very serious and very scholarly about their Masonic studies. They're wonderful, and they really, really, and truly know their Masonry, and they are true Masons in every sense of the word.
That's very interesting. Um, what do you what do you think about a person who wants to enter into Masonry? What are some of the qualifications or specifications that they would have to have in order to join this elite group?
We, of course, part of a quote from the Masonic ritual when we are questioning the candidate, you have to be a man, freeborn, of lawful age, and well recommended. You do have to be 21 years old or older in order to be a Freemason, and be an individual of good repute. It's funny that I'm here today because over the weekend I conducted 2 investigations into 2 members who want to become members, and that involved me going to their home along with 2 other individuals, but this time I did it alone, to investigate them, to ask them why is it that you're interested, how did you find out about us, and why do you want to belong. One should be financially stable, because there is a financial obligation to being a Freemason, and paying your dues minimally, but there are other charities that one is expected to contribute to. But if an individual if we find out that there's some things in the person's background that would prohibit them from being members, then we decline. And we don't recruit. We don't go out and recruit. We're not a recruiting organization. In fact, it still holds true for a lot of Grand Lodges. You cannot ask an individual to join the Masons.
Okay.
They have to ask.
Oh, okay.
Our slogan is to be one, ask one. So I never ask someone to join. If a man wants to become a Mason, he must step forward and ask himself. And if he doesn't ask, then I guess he'll never be one. Because we're not an organization that goes out to recruit. So when someone comes to us, we ask, well, why? Why are you here? What is it that you're seeking? What do you want? Why do you want to be among us? What's your background? Who are you? And thus the process begins.
Oh, I have another question. I was wondering, when you have the initiation, person's first, ceremony to becoming a Freemason,
Right.
Usually, I don't know if this is true, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
There's a skull in the initiation. What does the skull represent? I was just curious on that.
That's a good question, and one that challenges me to be honest and crafty at the same time. Basically, as far as the basic Masonic ceremony, really there are no skulls used in the ceremony.
Oh.
It may come into play in some of the higher degrees or the additional degrees. There comes a point where, yes, that might be. A lot of times